Hello, welcome back to Farm Rescue, and so it begins. It's pretty much wrapping up season 2 now. All the plans that we've got in place for harvest, and that the boys know what they're doing now. The family is almost ready to take over. Both boys have been sent away for a couple of days. It's kind of that time of the season where we normally would beautify. Sort of beautify the farm. Instead, we've got a few surprises that we're going to throw the boys' way. We're going to be knocking this shed down. This one here. We're going to get this ripped out and taken away. And then we're going to get the crew in to start putting a new shed in. So the first thing we have to do is start to move some of the equipment out. And oh yeah, we have got this to show you. We'll be using this shortly. This is what Marco bought himself with the money that his family gave him for passing his exams. It's nothing fancy. It's a big engine. It's an oldie one. He's fit these massive subwoofers in here. Young lads and their music, I guess. But no, it's an old one. He's modernised it a little bit. He's got a nice new digital screen in there. As you can see, he's got his Pioneer radio system. Massive subwoofers. Yeah, it's fairly maintained. It's well looked after. He spent a few pennies on it, and it's a nice tractor. So, anyway, we're going to use this to pull out the equipment because the team will be arriving fairly soon. Alright, here's the first one. We just got to pull them out of the way. Have enough room for trucks and that to swing in. And we'll just pull this up there and then we'll get the next one. About there would do. Just decouple it and we'll get the next one loaded on. This really is a smooth driving tractor. Wherever he got it from, it was well looked after. Well, that's that hooked on. You can leave this one attached for now. Just pull it up here over the way. Get the flatbed out, or the trail bed, I don't know, what do you want to call it, the truck. I'll tell you, one thing I am going to be glad of when I leave here is to get away from that damn bird. From what I gathered, whatever it is a protected species, so we can't hunt it or shoot it out of a tree or cut the tree down. So we've had to live with that bird for so long. It is unreal. Alright. There we go. I'll try and get this in between these two. There we go, nicely done. Alright, lock that up. Right, now the plan is team should be arriving shortly to start the demolish of that and then start to put up a new shed. I'm going to leave them with a nice new shed up there. In the meantime, I'm going to be catching a ride up to the store because we've purchased a few bits of equipment for the guys. Instead of beautifying it, we're putting a new shed in and getting some new equipment as a well done for sort of passing the test, if you like. Well done for actually rescuing the farm, learning from us. So yeah, I think this is going to be the last trip we ever make to the office. We go sit in here and wait for the crew. And hopefully I will see you at the shop shortly. So here we are at the store. It's been a while getting up here. We've got the old shed tore down, and this is the first of a couple of surprises for them. It's a these are used, not new, so they've not got brand new stuff. A John Deere 8R we've managed to procure down in Rio. That's not the one that was on sale here. Producers brought this in, and then we were able to get a large planter for their cotton. It's much more improved on the previous one, so we're just going to jump in and get this delivered down to the farm. Nice, quick and simple. Seems a nice simple task to do. Shouldn't take too long. It's a very nice looking tractor. There we are in the new tractor, taking it down to the farm. Shouldn't take too long. It's quite a nice tractor, and as you can see, the seeder trailing in behind us, or the planter shall I say. We'll get this down as quick as we can. It'll be our last journey. Well, we got to come back up tomorrow. We do have another surprise for them. Not that they'll see it for a few days anyway. We'll get this back. Yeah, nice long journey. One of the last couple of journeys we'll be making down here. I must admit, this has been quite a fun series to make, especially going down these roads. They've been challenging sometimes, but we'll get this home and get this back to the farm in pretty good fashion, nice and quickly, and then you'll be able to see the big empty hole where we've cleared that shed out. Now I can see the farm from here. It's not hard to miss it. It's the only one down here. You can see the big gap we now have. But don't worry, we are going to be filling that with a shed soon. In the meantime, we are just going to be stacking this stuff at the top until we get the new shed put in. We should be able to get that done by tomorrow at some point. Shut that off. Plan is we're going to put a modernised 2-garage shed down here. So one a little bit like this, but with metal panelling rather than wood panelling. And that's going to go in sort of just here. 2 doors, outside light, interior light. Main doors open from the inside, and 1 single lock door, probably about here. That'll fit in plenty of room in here for that to go. We've got it mostly planned out. It's just a case of getting enough men on to do it. Hopefully we can get it done and painted. If not, we might have to paint it another day, but that'll be tomorrow's task. So we may see you tomorrow at the end of play, so you can see what it all looks like. So until then, we're just going to be doing some general clear up, rubbish removal. So we'll see you tomorrow. Hello. Alright, let's just move this out of the way. Here's the new shed. We've got it up. It took pretty much all day. We had to wait for the foundation slab to be in place before we could do the building. I just put a new light bulb in here, because that one didn't have one. These are all fitted, I believe. So, yeah. In we go. This is, let me just switch on the lights. Did that work? It didn't, did it? Okay. Not sure why that's not coming on. Right, maybe that's not when wired in properly. Well, we've still got the painting to do. I'm hoping these are on. No, they're not. Okay. So we've got no electrics to the main. No, nothing. Okay. So the doors are not operational yet. We haven't done the electric, so we haven't quite finished. I thought we had, but you get the gist of the size of it. It's much bigger than the last one, even though it kind of takes up a little bit less room. It's deeper as well. So we've got side access here, which can be operated by a lock. We've got a side access here as well. When we were digging down for the foundations, we came across a lot of rocks. So what we've done, the light is fading, I'm going to try and be quick, is we managed to embed some of them into the soil, and at the top here as well. Basically a bit like a retaining wall. We scraped a little bit back, dumped it on top. So there is a possibility, it's a little bit bumpy over here, as you can see, just up here. But there's a possibility you can use that as a drive around as well. We've got another door here, which is currently locked. I'm not sure where the keys have been left. One door open, that one's locked. Typical. But yeah, I think it looks quite nice. Tomorrow we'll get it painted. I'll get the crew out tomorrow to clear it all up. Get the last bits done and painted while we collect a special surprise to add to it. And then we've all got to put everything away, ready for when they're back. So yeah, I think that's it's looking really good now. I think the boys will be really happy, so will the family. Watch where I'm going as I'm going to crash into things. But this farm is pretty much saved. We're done, we're dusted, we're just doing the finishing touches, and then we'll have to move on to our next project. So I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Stay tuned for more from Farm Rescue. Morning, the flag is flying. You see it fluttering in the wind. There's a bit of a breeze today. We got the excavator gone, that's all tidied up. We have the paint crew coming in about 5-10 minutes time, and they should be getting this all painted up. We now have partial electricity apparently. So where's my electric box? It's not here. If I remember right, switch. I think that's the right one. Now this should, there we go. There it goes up. And the other one should be perfectly working. So yeah, they just needed rewiring in. I'm not sure what's happening with the lights yet. They should be wired in as well. There we go, turn those on. Now we've got the lights. And I believe that's interior and now the exterior lights. So we've got those working already, which is lovely. Let's get those all turned off, save some power. That should be all off. Did I push that one off? Yeah, perfect. We'll leave these open to air out. I'd actually better close them because they've got to be painted yet. They've got to do some painting yet. 1, 2. There we go. And off we go. There we are. I'll leave that unlocked for them. We're going to hitch a ride up to the store, and hopefully by the time we're back they'd have done a paint job on this. That's the plan anyway. So it looks like the next surprise is already lined up for us. We've been given the keys, all the keys. I'll show you what we got them. We got a truck to replace the one that we had to sell. It's not quite the same high specs, but or age, it's a little older, but it's a solid vehicle. It'll definitely do them a turn. We've got a flatbed, obviously, to do the delivering of these, but also so that they can use it for loading up the bales when it comes to selling them. We got them a second John Deere. This one is brand new. Brand spanking new, straight from the showroom. Well, I say straight from the showroom. Obviously, it's the only one they had new here, so we decided to go for a new one rather than using a second-hand one. And then we got them a skid steer. It's a used skid steer, but it's one for picking up bales, moving them around, and loading them on here. So all in all, I think they've got a pretty good bargain out of it. I think they're going to enjoy this. So yeah, just hop in and we'll get this lot delivered back to the farm. Yeah, these Mack trucks are like tanks. They just keep going and going. This really will serve them well for the future. I shouldn't imagine they'll ever need another one. Now, we've got to hope that we don't encounter too many problems, because we've got to take things a lot wider. Like morons that pull out in front of us. That's about the millionth time since we've been here that some numpty's done that. Look, they just speed off down the road. Doing 35 miles an hour and they're still out driving us. This is the bit I'm always worried about with these. It's going over this wobbly wobbly bridge. But it's a big old bridge. And it's held it before, so hopefully it'll hold it again. It seems to be going. Right, we're bogging in. Can't actually see what's digging in. Doesn't look like anything's digging in, but got to a certain point and it's just struggling. Well, we'll give it some gas and see what happens. Ugh. Well, it's not moving again. Well, this is not good, is it? Right, let's see if I can just jump out and see what's wrong with it. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, oh, that wasn't on the cards. Oh, let's get out of this horrible murky water. You never know what animals are lurking. Let's go, let's go. Oh, oh, God. Oh, oh. I'm going to have to give the film crew a call and see if we can not get someone to pull us as well as push us maybe to get out of here. And I'm not going back around that way. I'm too close to that edge. Oh, come on. We're nearly there now. Oh, come on. There we go. We're off. I'm just going to keep going while I've got some momentum. I'll leave Steve, one of our cameramen, in the pickup truck behind us. We'll leave him there in the one of the camera vehicles. we're out of the stinker, so let's get this back as quick as we can. Right, we've got a tight switchback coming up here. And what I intend to do is just cut that a little early and then wide and just drag that over the bushes. Otherwise, you end up jackknifing it, and it's just possible to get out. And this is the bit I never like doing as well with the big heavy hauls, because you have to give it some power, as you get stuck in the mud. So here we go. Through, lovely. Well, we took that a bit too sharpish. Well, we'll see you down at the farm now, because it's just a straight swing right down. Here we are, approaching the farm. Probably for the last time, especially hauling something this large. And, oh, doesn't that look better? They got it painted. Actually, you can see, I think you could see that as you're coming in, how wet that still looked. Let's just pull on in. I think here will do us nicely for the time being. Brake! There we go. Right. Everything survived. Although the skid steer decided it wanted to move around a little bit. That's fine. Let's go have a look at the new paint. I mean, look at that. That colour on it. It's like almost matching. As you can see, this is wood panelling with like a coating on the outside. This is completely a metal framed panel. It's almost like sheets just bolted on. Beautiful. Oh, they've done all the exterior as well. The drains have been painted white, the doors, the frames. Is it still wet? Yeah, very wet. Be careful not to... Be careful here not to... There we go, just push that. Woof! Woof! Oh! The eyes are watering from the paint fumes. That's strong. Do you know what? I think we can't have the doors open because the rollers are going to take the paint off. So we can have these ones open. I'll leave them open to try and let some air flow through here. It's I've got to get out. Whoa. Oh. 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 Whew. Wow, if you ever wanted to get all happy dappy, I'd say sitting there for half hour, but that is strong. You can see the way it shines off. It's still fairly wet. Inside is definitely wet. There's very strong smell. I don't think we were going to be getting this lot away yet. I think what we'll do is we'll try and get it all done later on today. I'll give it a couple of hours to try and dry off. There we are. We're just getting the last of these back in now. Into their homes. There we do. So we're going to keep this one very much a John Deere shed. We've got the two cotton harvesters at the top for them. Got the combine down there with its header. We've got the new one with the seeder attached, which is probably what I would suggest to them it stays as, purely for the planting of the cotton. It's the only thing that can really pull that. We've got the truck up in the corner and two cotton harvesters at this side. A couple of tractors left to put away. Alright, jump straight into this one, and this is the 4755. And do you have any ideas where this one's going? Yeah, straight in here as well. Out there. Beautiful. So that's all three of the John Deeres now under one roof. I'll close that up now. And the last one to be put away will be Marco's new tractor. This side. Yeah, with his big subwoofer engines. Engine speakers rather. And we're going to put it in this one here, so it's away from the John Deere's, and this can become Marco's personal little shed. There we go. That way he can work on his tractor as and when he wants to. There we go. We've got the truck in here, or the well, I've been using it as a seed carrier really, so I thought I'd bring it in here, back it all the way up, because that's where all the seeds and that would be. Got the skid steer at the back there, along with the fertiliser, limer. And then if we come in here, let's turn the lights on. Let's turn all the lights on so you can nice brightly up see. This is where I put the rest of the implements. So we've got the old planter, the seeder, You got the roller, you got the sprayer, and they've got plenty. Close this door. They have plenty. I better lock that as well, actually. They've got plenty of room for any more little bits and bobs they need to put in here. And as I say, if they get anything too big, swap out the tractors. The 3 tractors will fit in here just about nicely. Let's shut all this off. Right, let's turn those off. There we go, lock that up. Outside lights should be on. Perfect. Don't need to worry about that light. And yeah, all nice and clean and tidy. It's nothing spectacular from the outside look, but when they actually the boys get inside and they see how much equipment they have to do to use on the farm now, I think they'll be very, very happy. They've still got a budget of £6,000. They've still got the crop that we harvested recently in the silos to get them through the winter while they wait for the cotton price. And they have one huge cotton field, and the other one should be ready as well. Can't quite see from here, but yes, I believe the other one is ready as well. So this is probably going to be the last time we see you here in Nova Estancia in Brazil on the Marcella farm. Marco and Paolo as we now know him, will be very excited to return, and from what I'm hearing, there will be more of the family coming this winter, so this farm will be buzzing. And apparently they've also made a deal to purchase more land just up there on that ridge, so I'd imagine there'll be even bigger farm here at some point in the future. It's really has expanded a lot better than I thought it would do. It has taken us a little while longer than I thought it would do. 2 full circles, 2 full years, but this farm is fully stable, and it doesn't need rescuing anymore. So join us next week when we take on a new challenge. We'll be back in America, and it's a very special season ahead. So until next time, keep your eye on YouTube for some special events, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.